Did it ever get overwhelming to a point where you was like, shit, man? Did you ever have a point where you was like, well, maybe I should just take what I got and go elsewhere?
I think
Ride off in the sunset.
I think that I kind of had a good operation, like, and being in the bluff, houses always got busted. Like it was always narcotic. You got to think about it. This around the time when the Red Dog was around. This was the time when the jump out bars was harassing everybody. You had the black van, the white van. You had, everybody had a Chinaman in their spot. So like it was normal to lose. It was normal to get everything taken away from you and have to start back over. So like it never got overwhelming because at this time I was a scene. You know what I'm saying? I'm having M's on top of M's. It was unstoppable. Couldn't none of these, these little bit of bull jump cops ever get to me because I'm 10 years ahead of them. Like I got spot after spot after spot. They can buzz this house. I got Ash Joseph, then my lawyer. He going to go get everybody out of jail that get hit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until people started getting killed that the big dogs came in. That when the feds started, okay. And that's when, them planes start getting pulled over. That when the tour buses start getting pulled over and things of that matter. So like in the dope game, I never became overwhelmed. But when they started accusing me of violence and, that's when they start, they ain't never care about the weed.
Yeah.
When I got caught with these 500, 1,000 pounds of weed, they ain't care about that. Yeah. The whole world looking at it like, oh, Ralo just they didn't care about not 1 pound of that. They wanted to know about violence. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You smell me? And, that was the overwhelming part because, it ain't no statute of limitation on certain crimes.
Right. Do you remember the first time you actually counted your first M or seen your first $1 million?
I remember the first time I counted my first $800 and some $1,000. And I went and I bought me 10 and 10.
How old was you, bro?
Oh, me?
How old
30.
was you?
Oh, you came out back then?
During that time.
Like how old you at 800 some K?
Cause you still young, so I'm trying to add this up right now.
I think I was like 21, I want to say. Sheesh. Like 21. Bro, back then.
Where you got that knowledge from, bro? At such a young age, because I'm telling you, man, like,
I don't think nobody, my dad ain't made that type, nobody in my community still ain't made that type of money. I don't know how the hell making it at that age. I don't even know. I just, I always was conservative. I always saved my money and, I always was mindful and I always had a good girl. Yeah. And I always had a good side bitch.
Yeah.
You smell me? Like, you got to have both of them. It creates a great balance, and I know that the world going to bash me and the women going to say, oh, you got to have two, but honestly, if it weren't for these two women, especially the first one, my girl, she stayed through it all. Side bitch came and went, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if it weren't for my number one girl, I don't know where the hell I'd be because it was her. You got to have your good backbone in this situation. And then, having a side bitch, that's just like some extra legs or whatnot. But your backbone and your spine is what keeps the whole body up. You smell me? And, my girl was through it all, that person. And she, whenever I went out the way and shit got too crazy with a side chick or whatnot, she checked me and I respected it. You smell me?
When you was going through this, you done seen your first M, you done accumulated cars, properties, you taking plane trips. Did you ever, two-part question, did you ever think the Vlad interviews was going to be an issue, or did you ever think for that to be something that could get you caught up? And two, did you ever know that you was getting hot? Did you ever think like, okay, they on to me?
So, the question about the Vlad situation, the Vlad interviews, honestly, when you in this and you having this type of money, you got more money than every dope boy in the city, it just don't feel good not to show that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it don't feel good to have $5-10 million and not get a Lamborghini. You smell me? It don't feel good not to put it in their face. I just wanted them to know whether cost me prison time or not. You know, it was just I was just up in the head, and then I did think I was untouchable. You smell me? Because I was just paying cases after cases. So when I got locked up by the feds and I'm trying to pay a bust a move, I never would have thought that like you'll be caught a rat for that. You smell me? So like I always took charges for me and these. I ain't become a millionaire just being a fool. Like I always been dudes that, you know, if we're in the car, he'll take a gun charge, or if we're in the spot and they bust us and they find some working out, you know, this brother take the charge. I ain't know that it was against the street code to even work a move and try to get out. You smell me? So like, yeah, it took a lot of strategic planning. It took a lot of different thinking. It took a lot of different times of being patient and, you know, struggling through all of it. Like it wasn't no overnight money just fell out the sky. It took a lot of building up and a lot of strategic planning, and, you know, you got trying to rob you. You got that is robbing. You got that stealing from you. You got family members. You got all kinds of stuff. So like, the Vlad interviews when that compared to what was really going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I bragged about something on Vlad, or, you know, if I showed any kind of money, trust me, I had 10 times more money than that. I had 10 times more problems and more stuff to talk about than the stuff that I said on Vlad. You smell me? That was like minute to me. That was like the smallest thing in the world to me.